about dads.
Are we going to ask some questions about dads?
Yeah.
Like what?
Do you think dad's groups are a good idea or something like that?
That's a good one. Okay, remember that one for when we get in.
Okay.
Hello, my name's Tina.
What do you do?
I'm a professor of sociology and I do lots of research looking at how people organise family lives. And that means I look at what it's like to be a mother and also what it's like to be a father and how people organise work and caring for their children.
What have you found out?
Well, I found out lots of things. I've been doing research for over 20 years on family lives, and I found out that it's not always how we think it might be when we're thinking about how family life should be organised. And I've seen lots of changes between women and men and who might stay at home and do caring for children and who might go out to work. And we used to expect that women would stay at home and be mums and dads would work. And that was a very traditional way of organising family lives. But we've done lots of research and we've seen lots of other people do research all over the world. And we found out that men and women can both care for children, often in different ways, but also in similar ways. So it's been an exciting time to do research and to really see change in how we manage and do family lives.
Why are dads important?
Well, I think dads are really important. My own dad was really important in my life. I know I have 3 children myself. I know their dad is very, very important in their lives. But as well as being good friends and helpers and carers and solo carers sometimes, we know that there are health benefits as well if dads are well involved and integrated in family lives. There are health benefits for the fathers. We see less mental health, fewer mental health issues, and it's better for everyone in that family unit. So there are some really important reasons that dads should be involved in family lives.
Do you think dads groups are a good idea?
Well, I think any types of groups or organisations that enable men to come together to talk about all sorts of things, but particularly to share what it's like to be a dad, can be really important, because often they might feel that they're the only one who might be finding aspects of being a dad difficult or hard to talk about, or perhaps the only one who is at home looking after the children and they don't have the networks that a lot of mothers have, because their mothers have been the primary carer for a very long time. Now that that's changing, it seems even more important that there are spaces, and these are provided for dads, to get together, and we know from research again that they can have very positive benefits and be transformative for how men can feel more confident about their own fathering and about what they're doing. So I think they're a great idea.
Hello, I'm Jason.
What do you do?
I'm a lecturer in psychology, and in my research I go on basically on adventures with dads and their kids. So when they go to the park, when they go to cafes, and talk to them about their experiences in those places and how they navigate those settings and some of the issues and challenges they might have, but also why it's a really good place to go and the kind of all the different fun that they have together.
What have you found out?
Well, I found out that dads do lots of things. So they like doing some of the cooking at home. They do a lot of childcare tasks at home. So whether it's, making dinner or doing some of the cleaning and things like that. But they like doing things. They like going and playing games. They like going to the park and doing activities with their children and having fun together.
Why are dads important?
Well, I think dads are really important because they can help teach us that anyone can do anything, that there's no definitive role for people, that men can do lots of activities related to parenting traditionally we might see it as being mums do one thing and dads do another, and that becomes unequal. And then some people, like sometimes the mums are left to do a lot of the work on their own, but dads are showing that that's not the case. Those tasks can be shared, and that helps change the world, change how we view these different tasks, and can help create a more equal world through that.
Do you think dads groups are a good idea?
I think they're a really good idea. They're a good space for dads to take their children so they can play games together, they can play with blocks and trains, but it also can help dads come together and speak with other dads, because sometimes it can be quite lonely being a dad or being a parent, and you need someone that you can talk to for advice and for help. And yeah, going to a group with other dads there also shows that you're all doing the same thing together, and you can help support each other by being together.
My name is Dr. Jasmine Kelland.
What do you do?
I teach at the University of Plymouth. So I teach HR in the business school, and I also do research about fathers at work.
What have you found out?
So I found out that dads have quite a difficult time when they're trying to manage looking after children, and they're also trying to manage work. And I've called this the fatherhood forfeit, and there's lots of different elements of the fatherhood forfeit. And one of the main things is that fathers are less likely to get a job that helps them manage work and care. So if they want to work more flexibly, for example, or work less hours, dads are less likely to be able to do that, and less likely to get their workplaces to be able to give them support. They tend to sort of give mums more support to look after children than they do dads. And the other thing that I found is that often dads will face a mistreatment when they want to be actively involved. And so some of the things that involves is other dads might sort of tease them, and other people might sort of think that they're like a little bit lazy because they want to look after their children, which is, of course, that's silly, but that often is what happens with the dads that I've spoke to in my research.
Why are dads important?
Dads are very important for a number of reasons. Children do better at school. They have better life outcomes if they have an involved father. Also, I think it's really important to involve dads so that mums and dads can share the work a little bit and share the joy a little bit so that everybody can be involved in the family.
Do you think dads groups are a good idea?
I think dads groups are a great idea. It's great for other dads to meet with each other and meet with the children and to talk about the other problems that they have and the great things that they have in their life about being a parent. So I think dads groups are a really good thing to do.
I'm Dr. Ian Blackwell, and I run the Dads Network.
Can you tell us about dads groups?
Well, dads groups I think are really important. So there's lots of them around the country, and they offer activities for dads and father figures and their children, and they usually run at the weekend, usually on a Saturday, and dads get together with other dads and all their children, and they meet up and they'll do an activity. So it could be inside, might be that they're in a village hall or a church and they're playing, or it may be they go for a walk together, or they might go to the woods and do some forest school activities. So there's all sorts of different types of dads groups.
How does the Dads Network help dads groups?
Well, the Dads Network is a membership organisation, so we're set up to support dads groups in any way they want, really. So we can give advice, we can help with marketing, help them with ideas for their activities. We do a lot of work around impact and evaluation so that we can advocate and tell the story of dads groups. And it's a free membership organisation, so it won't cost people anything to join. And the really nice thing about our new website is there's a map, so you put in your postcode. So if you're a dad who lives in Luton or Leicester or Liverpool, you put in your postcode and your nearest dads group will come up on our directory, and then you can phone them up, have a look at their social media and go along and join them. So that's, I think, really important because it means that anyone, anywhere in the country can find their local dads group.
Are there many dads groups?
So there's quite a lot, probably about 200 or more in the whole of the UK, and they're all different shapes and sizes. Some are run by dads and they go out regularly. Some are run by children's centres. Some are run by social enterprises. Some are run by church groups. Some are run by community organisations. And yeah, they're all different really, but they all offer something for dads and their children on a regular basis. And that's what we're hoping to bring everyone together so we can tell the story about dads groups, because I think they're a little bit under the radar. You know, not many people know about community dads groups, and they do a huge amount of really valuable work to support men and families. So I think with the kind of evaluation work that we do and the impact work, we should be able to tell that story to all sorts of different people, but particularly funders, commissioners, you know, strategic organisations, government, and tell them how important dads groups are.
Is it difficult running a dad's group?
Is it difficult? No, it's not really difficult running a dads group. It's quite straightforward because all you need to do is get some dads together with their children and get a really nice activity that everyone can do together. So that might be just walking down to the park or along a river, and maybe picking blackberries in the autumn, or going to the museum, or it could be that you just meet in the village hall and you're going to do face painting or mask making. So it's not really difficult. And we find that dads and children just really like being together and having simple activities to do. So it doesn't have to be complicated. But you do need to think about marketing, so just to make sure that all the families locally know what's happening and when. And you need to think about insurance and risk assessments and things like that, just so you get everything's above board and it's properly organised.
We went to a dad's group in Cornwall to find out about what they think.
I thought it'd be really nice something to do and meet some other dads. Emma loves it. She likes the teapots and the kitchen and all those great stuff. She's right at that perfect
I thought it might be a nice thing to do with our eldest. We've got two little kids, a little baby and Archie, so we thought it would be a nice thing for us to do. Get my dad involved. We've got 3 generations coming today. Just nice to be out in nature, meet some other dads and make the most of a summer Sunday.
It's really nice just being outdoors. I mean, there's loads of play centres that have got like soft play and stuff that are indoors, but it's just brilliant to be outside. Just the fresh air is good for everybody, isn't it? It's literally 10 minutes away from where we live, so you come down and you've got all the people here, meet new people, kids love having a run around. And you know you're coming out, you've just got your own sort of space here. Got all the different activities and really just, you're out of the way, there's no distractions, you know, keep the phone away, there's no telly or anything like that, just you're out in nature. Okay, a couple of hours, get out of the house, give your partner a break, that's the idea.
We think dad's groups are great.